Alright, so this is Demons versus Chaos Dwarves, 2400 points, team tournament, and this will be probably one of the last two. I got one more to post, but this will be the last one before I actually go to ETC. So, yeah, next games will be the actual tournament games, so we'll see how we do. So, the board looks like this. Me and my teammate, these are the two armies we're bringing. We're just kind of both the close combat armies. He's got a little bit of gun line. This is Chaos Dwarves. So for those of you who don't know, Chaos Dwarves are pretty much dwarves with goblins mixed in, and then a little bit of demon. So that's how the setup looks. I didn't take pictures of our lines, but I'll go through them right now. You can kind of tell what I have. The green and clean ones on the far side, then I got the double flies. There's beasts mixed in here and there. Cannons behind the hill, and then two big blocks over there. For Chaos Dwarves, the Grey Legion over there on the far corner is hobgoblins. Treat them basically as goblin archers in playstyle, if you know what those are. Next are bull centaurs. Bull centaurs are strength 4, toughness 5. He's got a champion bull centaur in there, or a character level bull centaur in there. He's got a 1-up rerollable, 2-up ward against flaming, and he's also got the dragon helm, and the dawnstone. So 1-up rerollable there, and the bull centaurs are then strength 4 with 2-ups. So there's the heavy cav. Next to that is the big unit of dwarves. I think it's like 28 dwarves, and then 3 characters. Generals in there, level 4 Hashut. I don't really remember what the magic does. I don't know the Chaos Dwarf magic that well. I stopped a lot of it. I know the one thing that he kept getting off was Bubbled Hatred, but I don't remember a lot beyond that. Then next to that is the Kadai. Behind that is the Deathstreaker rocket. What the Deathstreaker rocket does, for those of you who don't know, is it's basically a stone thrower that can variable between a large blast, strength 3, I believe, and then a small regular stone thrower. And it also has this weird special rule that if it misses its target, it can rebound, but I don't think it ever comes into play for this game. He's got some more hobgoblins. Remember, they're just basically goblin archers, and then some 5 wolf riders that are exactly the same as goblin wolf riders. So, Chaos Dwarves win the turn to go first. He moves up like this. He throws his Kadai forward pretty fast. The Kadai's movement 9, so he can march up pretty good. Everything else moves up like this. He's just kind of advancing forward. No magic. The shooting, I believe. Yeah, the shooting kills 2 plague bearers on the end there. But nothing else happens for Chaos Dwarves turn 1. Demons turn 1. I do this. Now, we're kind of in an argument here about whether the Kadai can stand up to this and whether I should win this or not. I've got both flies, one in the flank, one in the front of the Kadai. Everybody can attack. The Kadai is going to go first. He's strength 7 with 5 attacks plus D3 frenzy. And burning body, which the Kadai has a plethora of special abilities. I'll just run through them real quick. Kadai has a 4-up ward save. He's weapon skill 5, strength 7, toughness 6, 6 wounds, initiative 5, leadership 9, unbreakable, unstable, 4-up ward, burning body, which causes a strength 4 hit to every model in base contact with the Kadai, burning bright, which means after turn 2, the Kadai takes a toughness test, and if it fails, it takes D3 automatic wounds, and then also the Kadai causes terror, frenzy D3, blah blah blah. And this is a big thing for most armies, but mine kind of ignores it. Any successful roll to wound that is not magical has to be rerolled. So the Kadai causes huge problems for non-magical armies, such as Beastmen that need 6s to wound, and the 6s have to be rerolled. So, fortunately for me, I've got poison and I'm magical, so none of that really affects me. So I do this. I think, hey, I've got 18 strength 5 poison attacks and then 6 more strength 4 poison attacks that I think should be able to win me this combat, and then maybe melt him, and if not, take him pretty low. He was like, well, I can crush you, I'm going to go first, I'm going to kill 2 flies in the front, and then you're not going to win combat anymore, and you might do 1 or 2 wounds, but he thought he was going to win the combat and then melt me, and then on his turn he would melt the other unit of flies. So that's where we were standing at. However, during my magic phase, I got 3 dice, and I irresistibled miasma on the flies, and that brought him down to weapon skill 3. And then now he's going first, but he's hitting on 5s. and yeah. Other movement phase like this, just going to go around the corner and abuse the flank. Um, blah blah blah. Yeah, the Great Unclean One, the Beast move full tilt up like this. I'm not really scared. Oh yeah, the cannon shot off one Bull Centaur, which was kind of nice. And then here's the combat phase. So there's the miasma that I irresistibled. I got a 2, and then he does 4 wounds to me. No, 5 wounds to me. Even with miasma up, I believe he had hatred for this round during his magic phase. And I end up doing 3 wounds to him. So his Kadai's already half dead. And this is where we stand. So now what my thinking is next turn I'm going to kill him. Miasma's on the flies on the left, so even if he puts his dwarves in, I'm still going to go first. And the Kadai actually lost combat for this, so he lost his frenzy. So that's good. And he won't have hatred next round. So Chaos Dwarves 2, he does this. He puts his dwarves into the flank. That's a good decision. He's going to kill the flies, but I'm probably going to kill the Kadai first, hopefully. Puts the Bull Centaurs into the beasts. And then puts his goblins up to block my Great Unclean One from coming into the Bull Centaurs. So here is pretty good idea. I like this. The Hobgoblin Wolves in the far back right, you can move. They moved out of the way of the beast just because that's easy points. So yeah, I believe what he was doing here is he was going to try and break the beasts, not overrun, but reform, maybe. And also break the flies on the right and reform there to get a good angle on my Great Unclean One, and then maybe double charge him next turn. Yeah, there's the goblins move up like that. The Wolf Riders move back like that. The Death Shrieker, turn 2, blows itself up. Woohoo! It's easy points, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And here's combat like this. So after combat's done, the Kadai's dead. He kills both the flies, and then he overruns into the flies on the right. Now, I believe we did this correctly because it was a multiple combat, and both units became dislodged from combat because they killed the units that they were in base-to-base contact with. So I believe he could overrun like this, but I'm not really sure. Maybe he was just allowed to reform. I don't really know. It's a complex thing, but we played it like this. After combat here, I put a 1 Beast of Nurgle in the challenge, and he takes 1 wound, and the Beast of Nurgle out of the challenge takes 2 wounds. But however, I stick because I'm leadership 9. Or I lost the combat by a minimal amount. I've got the BSB within range. I don't think I melt. So Demon's turn 2. Yeah, Demon's turn 2. I put my BSB's unit into the flank of the Dwarves right here. The Beast of Nurgle goes into the Hobgoblins on the right. And the Great Unclean One tears the Hobgoblins on the left, and then redirects into the Beasts, or the Bull Centaurs. The unit on the left also charged the Hobgoblins just to get them farther away. And here, the Flies and the BSB's unit runs down the Dwarves. Yeah. And the BSB, or the 2 Beasts of Nurgle, those are both together, they're single unit, and the Great Unclean One mop up the Bull Centaurs. So, honestly, all he's got left at this we called it right here. All he's got left at this point is the 2 Hobgoblin units. One of them's running, one of them's in close combat with a Fly in the side, and then a Beast in the front. This one's gone. It's going to get run off, or it's going to get run down by my big unit coming in. The Hobgoblins on the right are going to die next turn after the BSB's unit goes in, and then he's got 5 Wolf Riders. He hasn't killed anything yet, so he's killed 1 unit of flies, which just isn't enough, and he's got no ability to kill anything else, so we called it right there. So 20-0 Demons win. We did misplay something. His big block of Dwarves was stubborn, so he shouldn't have ran. However, we decided like the Great Unclean One was going to come in next turn, and that was going to be it. So it probably would have played out the exact same way. Chaos Dwarves are a hard army if you don't know how to play against them regularly. This guy comes to store pretty often. I played against him several times. I know pretty much what the Chaos Dwarves do. I don't really know the Chaos Dwarf lore that well because it's pretty good, but it's just an uncommon thing that you don't play against often. If you don't know how to play against them, I definitely see them causing you some problems. The Kadai is very scary to most armies. Not very scary to me because I play Demons, but hey, that's me. Throw poison at it if you have it, because that way the secondary proc on the reroll to wounds doesn't proc. And that you'll deal with it a lot easier that way. It doesn't have any armor; it's just got the 4 board. So, and then ETC comp makes them an okay army uncomped. Different story. Or ETC comp makes them an okay army. Uncomped, different story. Oh my god. Chaos Dwarves, if you've ever played against them uncomped and somebody brought a really hard list, you're going to hate your life. Double Gadai, 3 Death Shriekers, because Death Shriekers are special for some reason, and then 3 Magma Cannons, which are special for some reason. That army causes a lot of people a lot of problems. Magma Cannons are Strength 5, D3 wounds, fire throwers that don't have a range. So yeah. And then the Death Shriekers are just stone throwers with variability, so those cause people problems as well. So yeah, I don't want to go up against a uncomped Dwarven army, or Chaos Dwarf army, but yeah, comped, it's definitely a winnable army, but it's severely limited in what it can bring. So that was the battle report. I hope you enjoyed it.